Something that our teacher used to say a fair amount was ordinariness is the prior condition to God. And that kind of flummoxed me for a while. And I took that in and lived with it and found it to be the antidote. Because I'm a sister here in what you're sharing about. I have a similar kind of pattern. And I think many of us could raise, our hands on that. And what I have discovered and what I've heard others talk about, including Michael, is we're fulfilled only to the extent that we fulfill God's purpose of us. And how do we find our purpose? We open, we pray, we meditate, we continually sacrifice, we go through hardship, and we keep opening like a flower to our purpose. But see, a flower, we can't pry it open. We have to nurture it and allow the opening within us. There's a great Anais Nin quote, which is, there came a day when it became more painful to remain coiled tight in a bud than to bloom. So that blooming may be sitting in a small apartment, meditating the names of God into the world that no one ever knows about. The ego just wants to be special, and it's the ego that is in pain over, I need to do something great. And many people raise their hand, we can all relate to that. But the ego, if it can't be the greatest of the great, it will be the lowest of the low. So if I can't be, a king, let yourself feel that, hon. If I can't be a king, then I am shit. I am the lowest of the low of the low. But at least I get to be special. And that's still ego. So the beauty of that is when you do that to yourself, you can recall you're multidimensional. And you can recall that's simply ego. That's simply ego being special by being the lowest of the low. It's not even real. And so you go, well, I'm multidimensional. I recognize that's ego. That's okay, I can love you. But I'm going to be in the awareness of my higher self. See, we don't have to divorce the ego or kick the ego or judge the ego. We can just let it be, recognize it, send it light, and let ourselves be aware that in our beingness, the winds of heaven blow through, and we are sufficient. Jesus said, my grace is sufficient unto thee. There's all the great teachers said something to that effect, of the beingness is the vastness.